Welcome to New York City. Today we are going to explore the city with no agenda, no particular direction, nothing to check off our lists. We are just going to anywhere where our hearts desire. I'm Ariel, this is Urbanist. Let's explore one of the greatest cities in the entire world, New York City, here in Manhattan. Today we're starting at 6th Avenue on Greenwich Village, right by 4th Street. Here we see the traffic passing through down in the distance. We see the views of the Midtown Manhattan skyscrapers. Let's go completely randomly walking around and let me know where you're watching from. Hello, Alexandra. Hello, Eden. Hello, Ronald. Nice to see you here. Hello, Ruthie. Genuine, nice to see you here. Welcome. So here we have a basketball game. One of the more famous basketball courts, street basketball courts here in New York City, at the West 4th stop. Oh, missed that three-pointer. Las Vegas in the house. Hello, Anna from Arizona. Hello, Phil from Dublin. Hello, Mike from Denver. So this area used to be actually one of the more crowded areas in all of New York City. But here, it is pretty empty now. But tourism is slowly picking up. I've been seeing more and more foreign tourists today than I saw in previous weeks. So you ever notice, or you ever wonder what happens with graffiti? It gets painted over. Hello, Jessica from the Netherlands. Will we be seeing you play some handball? Ask Alexandra. Great question, Alexandra. Oh no, I gotta plan that out. I haven't played handball in years. It used to be one of my favorite sports. But here's the handball courts. No one's playing today. People are just gathered around. Hey, Eknor from Bodrum, Joanne from Liverpool. Cirque says soon 4K video. Well, let's hope so. 4K is quite intense in terms of live streaming. So I think we'll require a 5G network or something even more stronger than that. Hey, Inspired Life, the city's coming back to life, you say. Yes, it is, indeed. How long has that Mickey D's been out of business? So great question. This used to be the McDonald's. Now it's no longer. It's been out of business since the pandemic. So it probably closed shortly after the pandemic started in March 2020. Nearly a year ago. This entire city was empty. No one was to be seen. Watch my video from last year, almost this time last year, where I went via car down Broadway, the entire length of Broadway, from uptown Manhattan all the way to the very tip at Bowling Green. And the city was completely empty. Now, of course, it's different. Here we don't have any serious lockdowns as I've seen Europe having. So the city's looking more and more normal now. Right there's Father Demo Square. It looks really cool with the light passing through it. Alexandra says, nice mask, roar. Yes, thank you, Alexandra. What are the COVID restrictions in New York, asked Malachi? Yeah, great question. There is a mask mandate, not legally enforced, but the city recommends you to wear a mask outdoors. Restaurants are still limited capacity. So a lot of them are still offering outdoor dining. And this park has changed. Oh no, this is a shame. This park has changed. So this park used to be filled to the brim with pigeons. And it was had a reputation for that. So much so that you would see pigeon poo everywhere. Now there's a lot less. I'm not sure what the city did, but somehow they stopped people maybe from feeding pigeons here. This was a spot. This was a spot to hang out with Bob and his friends. Father Demo Square, but no longer. The city has said no. Hey, can we have a pic with you in Central Park? Eating only British food, says Alexandra. Fountain pigeons, woo. Yeah, no Bob, yeah. The city kicked out Bob and his friends from Father Demo Square. So here's Father Demo Church. Well, this is not Father Demo Church, but it's opened by Father Demo. This is Our Lady of Pompeii Church, an exact recreation or replica of the Our Lady of Pompeii Church in Pompeii, Italy. Irene asks, where did Bob go? He has been evicted. I don't know where Bob went now. I'm not sure where he's living. And anyone doesn't know Bob, we're referring to the name of a pigeon. One of the urbanist tunes, officially in our merch. Melissa from sunny California, nice to see you here. Hello, waitress. Hello, Elaine from London. Yes, Opa, says Anna. Can't wait to go back, says Anna, to the New York City. Maybe he's in the steeple, maybe. It's across the street, maybe. This is one of my favorite places to grab a lunch. It's called Wolf Nights. They sell gourmet wraps. Wraps here, especially if you live in America, has a terrible reputation, at least for many people. They're usually very kind of bland. But these guys really make interesting wraps because they make it with fresh meats like chicken breast, fried chicken, steak, bacon, other things like that. Highly recommend them. Wolf Nights. Is the church open? Asked Yvette. Great question. I mean, yeah, it might be open. You guys want to walk in? Let me know. Let me see. Let me see if it is open. Do they have a Philly cheesesteak wrap? They do. They do indeed. Inspire Life. That's a great question. Thank you, Kay, for putting up the Urbanist merch. All right, let's see if the church is open. This church sometimes has been closing a lot during the pandemic. Yeah, I think it's closed. Yeah, it's closed at this moment. Just such a shame. Yep, fully closed. Hey Lisa, I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Are we in the Bowery? No, we're in Greenwich Village right now. Let's check out this street art over here. Josie, you smashed that like button. Wonderful. Thank you so much for doing so. I appreciate you. Oh no, Bluestone Lane closed. Here is one of the older bathhouses in New York City. No longer used as a bathhouse. Oh, Merck says, why do I sound happy all the time? Oh, Merck, that's a great question. It's because I am extremely high. Yes, extremely high. Been breathing in all that oxygen. Oh yeah, you know when I breathe in oxygen, I get very, very happy. Oh yeah. This is amazing street art. So this is Marge Simpson from the cartoon show The Simpsons. And I love that her hair, they put like a bunch of florals on them. There's a little Buddha head there. Oh, look at that. Oh, this is like a cult Marge Simpson because look, she has a little pyramid with the all-seeing eye. Oh, that's really awesome. And another little pyramid with the all-seeing eye. I've never seen the cult symbol look so cute. Helena, thank you so much for 50 stars. Let me know who else gets high on life, like I do. I've been high on life for many years. It's been quite an addiction. Walking around and I just get all happy and I start being very cheerful. Yeah, it's quite an addiction. Let me know if you're the same. Here is this bookstore has a great name. Let me show it to you. The Unoppressive, Non-Imperialist Bargain Books. So the Unoppressive, Non-Imperialist Bargain Books. We have a few books out here. The Tao of Bill Murray. Hey Brian, nice to see you here. Hello Nomadis. En el día de mi cumpleaños. Oh, es cumpleaños tuyo, Nomadis. This is what I had to read when I was little in school, Shel Silverstein. We got a book of John Lennon. Jackie, you get high and Barry Manilow. Genius. Great selection of books. Everyone, give Nomadis a very, very warm Feliz Cumpleaños. If you can write it in Spanish. She's Argentinian. Or wish her a happy birthday. It's Nomadis' birthday today. So Nomadis, que tengas un bien feliz cumpleaños. Todo el mundo mirando en español que escribe feliz cumpleaños para Nomadis. Ojalá lo está pasando muy bien hoy y ojalá ha tenido un buen bizcocho. Dígame, ¿qué comiste hoy para tu cumpleaños? Anna, you love that bookstore. Yeah, it's a really cool bookstore. Yeah, really cool. Lots of books on social issues inside there. Or they specialize in social issues. Whoa, this is really full. This restaurant is popping. It's interesting. Sometimes you see restaurants popping when others are completely empty. This one's called Market Table. Interesting. It seems like it's a new popular destination. Market Table. It's really full compared to the restaurants. Jack's wife, Freda, is right next door. Yeah, that's another popular brunch spot here in New York City. Another popular brunch spot is Grey Dog. It actually was featured in the television series Broad City. Elena works there for like a day or an episode, and it has a very funny ending. I recommend it. So actually, if you're looking for something very American, if you're looking like a super typical American breakfast or lunch, go to Grey Dog right over here. It's on the corner of Carmine and Bedford Street in Greenwich Village. Grey Dog. You'll enjoy it. Oh, look at this setup. Hello, Maria. David, nice to see you here. Wow, we're covered here. Look at this. Look at that. Beautiful. Hey, Wendy, nice to see you here. Lisa says this place is very nice. Yeah, very cozy. That was called Sveta. Very, very cozy. Hello, Kurihara from Japan. Welcome. I was just jamming out earlier this morning to a song called Japan by one of my favorite artists by the name of Tycho. Tycho. Hey, the streets are so empty, oh waitress. Yeah, it's pretty empty here, actually. Kurihara, Tycho. How large is Greenwich Village? Ooh, I don't know by the area, but it's big. It's big, yeah. It goes from First Street. That's it, First Street? Houston, yeah, First Street, all the way to 14th, yeah, all the way 14th. So from 1st to 14th, at least 14 blocks long. We're gonna have some coffee vibes today, asks Alexandra. Yeah, maybe I'll play the coffee break song soon. You walk so fast. Yeah, your live streams are slower paced. It's all good. Yeah, Lisa, that is quite ironic. I was actually thinking about that. It's like I walk very fast, and yet I take it slow. Yeah. Let me know if that's your lifestyle as well. Have you ever tried that? Going fast and taking it slow? Let me know. Quite a quiet but nice selection of mastication spots. Yeah, there's a lot of places here to masticate in public. Yeah. Oh yeah. You can get it on with some food. Let's cross over here. Susie, you walk slow. Jackie, you say you do everything slow. That's funny. Here's a famous club, SOBs. I won't say what it means. SOBs. Unfortunately, they're still closed, but yeah, they're known for lots of events. It's also a club as well. Do I like playa bowls? Ooh, or gao. I don't know what you mean by playa bowls. Let me know what you mean by that. I do like poke balls, which is the poke bowls, which are the bowls with rice and raw fish. It's really good. I love it. Do you miss the New York before gentrification? I grew up here in the 90s, so I can't really tell you of life before gentrification. It's quite a complicated issue, but in essence, New York City has been gentrifying for centuries. But if you're talking about Soho pre shopping centers and Starbuckses, then I barely have experienced that. Nice graffiti, yeah, very nice graffiti. Good to see that the Sounds of Brazil is awaiting its opening. Yeah, here they do the Sounds of Brazil. I think it's samba. What is it that they play? Wow, a lot of people here in the streets today. So let's cross the street and go and see a little glimpse of the waterfront, shall we? Okay, thank you so much for putting that PayPal link. Appreciate you. This is Varric, yes. If you're enjoying this video, smash that like button right now. The like button allows you to get more access to these videos or videos very similar, such as my colleagues will start popping up on your feed if you really miss New York, want to see more of it. And also pressing that like button helps people get to see these videos as well who need them. People who can't travel at the moment, people who really miss New York, people who have family members here, just want to see what's going on, what they're going through. So press that like button and let me know if you're on team like. Maria has been team like since the beginning of the video. Oh yeah. Look at this. Public school. Like button thoroughly smashed. I like it, Ben. Thorough. I like that. Lots of industrial buildings here. So this is the neighborhood. Used to be called just Soho, but now has become its own neighborhood called Hudson Square. Not to be confused with Hudson Yards. And boom. Here we have a piece by Cobra, a Brazilian street muralist. Who are they depicting here? Let me know. I actually don't recognize any of these guys. Ellis. Oh, it says Ellis. So they're probably depicting photos of immigrants that pass through Ellis Island. Christine, thank you so much for 100 stars. Let's take a better look. It's beautiful, right? Yeah. And on FB, the love button or the wow button is the best on Facebook. There, so not to be confused with, this is Hudson Square, not to be confused with Hudson Yards, which we see in the distance over there.
Are you driving on the car? Bye, Maji. Bye, Tommy. Bye, Nojo.
Right here, look at that. Ellis Island, beautiful mural. Wow, and it's also I think one of the Cobra's biggest murals because they're usually about like the half the size of this. So people coming in from all around the world, Russia. I think this guy might be Russian, and the Eastern European. This guy might be Syrian or Lebanese. This one. Tell either, but I think it might be Russian. So we have literally people who came from all around the world, but a lot of people from Europe. Look at this one. I love this one. Oh my God. The third eye. Oh, I like that with the moon cycles. Oh, this is really cool. This is like a Frida, like a little bit Frida-esque. Frida Kahlo, I mean. Our Astrid, thank you so much for the 10 Norwegian krona. I appreciate you. Please zoom in on the eyes. Let's do it. I wish the fence was in the way. There it is. It's a kaleidoscopic acid trip, says Mr. Ba. I agree, Mr. Ba. Yeah. Quite a kaleidoscopic acid trip. Oh, really, that's a great description, actually. Look, the heart, that might be an homage or a reference to Frida Kahlo, because she also has a few portraits with the heart and the opening right below the heart. So these murals are located on Clarkson Street and Hudson Street. That's the intersection of Clarkson and Hudson. And we got the moon right up there. The emerald eyes are fascinating, yeah. And we got some illusions or direct depictions of mushrooms. So this is definitely a reference to psychedelic trips. Yep, this is a reference to psychedelic trips. And that cactus might be peyote. I'm just giving a wild guess. That might be peyote or mescaline, which is a psychedelic drug. And I'm just making another wild guess. That might be the bark, the wood of ayahuasca. If anyone can confirm. Yeah, they're clearly making a reference to psychedelic drugs. So that cactus might be peyote / mescaline. And that tree might be the bark that's used for ayahuasca. Dean, you had too much acid in the 60s. That's funny. Would you rather live next to a park or a train station? Adam asks. Let's see if there's more murals here right by the school. I'd rather live next to a park because in New York City, generally you're close to train stations anywhere in the city. So I'd rather just live next to a park. Yeah. Everyone answer that question. I'm curious as well. Show us the printing house, says Jeff. What's the printing house? Let me know, Jeff. Hey, Trish says, you rock. You should teach some urban studies classes. Thank you so much, Trish, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. Should teach some urban studies classes. You know what? I'm not so interested in academia, but I'm glad you enjoy the knowledge I help impart on many of you. So thank you so much. But one big preface: I am not academic nor journalist. So do your own research when watching these videos. And you'd be asking, what are you then? Well, I am an entertainer. I entertain. I just happen to use intellectual topics and architecture and urban design as my method of entertainment. Flamingos, yeah. Yeah, it's nice with the flamingos here. Yeah, really cool. There's a lot of cool murals in this school. There's a few up here. Let's see if we can actually get a better view. Jackie, you live in Vermont. It's a huge park with a few mini cities. Jackie, that's quite hilarious. Touche, Jackie. Touche. Oh my God, look at this. Oh, wow. This is like a Keith Haring, but colorful. Whoa, another cool artwork. All right, let's check what they have here. This is such an awesome school. Look at this. Wow. Another Cobra. We have another Cobra. Who is this? Uh-oh, we have a QR code. Lisa says, I really have learned a lot from you. You have a lot of New York City knowledge in your memory bank. And you're a master of your craft, says Rona. And Josh says, your knowledge is quite appreciated. Alec loves my entertainment. I'm glad. Wow, so cool. I think a few people might be living here. So let's be a little bit quieter. But look at this. More street art. Look at that beautiful one. Hey, Cauliflower, thank you so much for a $10 super chat. Look at this. Wow, so cool. This, like, it seems also to be like a, I'm not sure if this is a working school. They have so much artwork around. All right, let's take a walk through the park. I rarely show parks or Publix parks here in New York City. Actually, there's 2 more murals here. Deb, you're loving the murals. And Cauliflower, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. Cauliflower, you've been generous with your often donations. Little Law says, Aya Vlogs uses me as inspiration for her walks. Oh, I'm so glad. So glad I'm influencing the influencers. Ooh, what is this? Buffalo? A cow? No, this is not a buffalo. It's a cow. Or a bull. This is a bull. Arjan says I'm the best. Oh, thank you, Arjan. I appreciate you. Look at that. Wow, so cool. I am in love with this area. Highly recommend coming here to Clarkson and Hudson. Clarkson and Hudson. Almost sounds like a song if you say them very quickly. Clarkson and Hudson, Clarkson and Hudson. And that's how you get here. Here's where there are more handball courts. I gotta buy myself a handball. Note to self, buy a handball. Hey, walk in LA. So cool, loving all these murals. It reminds me of the art district in Los Angeles. Oh, I'm so glad. Well, here we found another one. Look at this. It's one of the street sculptures. You'll see them around the city as well. Mr. Bot says, nice murals and graffiti. Oh, so glad you enjoyed it. Christine, have I eaten yet? Yeah, I actually ate right before this broadcast, so no public mastication for this video. Mr. Bot, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Kids here are playing some Burlington's Vermont's Battery Park refers to its historic heritage connected to the Revolutionary War, says Jackie. Oh, that's cool, Jackie. Roland says, note to self, look up what handball is. Touche. Touche, I'll show it to you. So handball, I'll show it to you at some point. But it's played on these courts. You know, they're playing tennis, right? Instead of using a racket and a huge furry ball, you use your hands and use a more bouncier ball. That's handball. Soccer. Yes, this is soccer, everyone. Not football. This is soccer. We're in America. Call it soccer. Football is for Europe. All right, let's see what's... Ooh, what is this? Look at this. This is new. This monument is erected by the members of the Eagles Fire Engine Company, number 13. Who are they commemorating? These are the men that lost their lives, 1834 to 1898.
Is can I push into this in a way with my step that I'm getting traction and my foot's not sliding? So you notice I push it up right there?
So here's a New York City playground. They all have very similar aesthetic because they were mostly all built around the 1940s to about like the 1960s. And the ones that were built after that just continues using the same type of style. John asked, do I like Starbucks? So I do appreciate Starbucks, though I don't drink it because here in New York City, because in New York City there's way better selection for coffee specifically. But Starbucks does come in handy if you want a little piece of America in other countries, or if you're in the city in the US that doesn't really have a big selection of coffee, it's always a good bet. Beautiful brownstones here. Never really noticed these ones. Wow, we're really exploring. I rarely have walked through these exact streets. And here we have the public library. Let's see how old this is. Ooh, it's getting chilly now. I remember being a nanny in New York City and taking my charge in the park. Oh, cool. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Joe. What was that incredible Starbucks you went to last time, says Lisa. Yeah, that was right by the Chelsea Market. It's called the Starbucks Reserve Roastery. And that's where you can buy the $13 cold brew. That's really good. So yeah, that's an exception. That's worth it visiting New York City. What is your favorite store-bought coffee you make at home? I like the beans from La Colombe. I also love the beans from my friends at Café de Martini in Prospect Heights, Brooklyn. They make great beans. They roast them in Milan. Where are we? It looks familiar, Jamie. We are right now in the West Village. This is 7th Avenue. I love Stoops, me too. They recently opened up the first drive-through Starbucks in Burlington. The lines have been long, says Jackie. Whoa, Jackie. Yeah, drive-through Starbucks are popular. Congratulations, Superbot. Café de Martini, yes. Highly recommend Café de Martini. Maria, thank you so much for encouraging people to like. I appreciate you. Love your Paris 360 videos. Can't wait till you go again, says Joe. Yeah, I'm so glad you enjoyed him. I might post more. Dean says, don't Starbucks on me. No, I won't. Just watch my video where I tried the $13 Starbucks coffee. Are COVID-19 restrictions lifted in New York, says Adam? Sad. We've never had like set restrictions, but yeah, they're starting to be lifted in terms of restaurants. Theaters are still closed, movie theaters are still closed, a few other things are still closed, but it's getting better. I had a very nervous type day, and you totally calmed me down, says Lisa. Oh, so glad, Lisa. Lisa, everyone, give hearts to Lisa. She had a nervous day today. Happens to all of us. You have a bunch of hearts. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so glad I could cheer you up. Let's walk around a little bit more through the West Village. And let me show you a few more things. Deborah, oh, nice, Deborah. If you work for the city of New York, you have to go back to the office. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Uh-oh. I'm so sorry. I just stepped on a bunch of ants. I feel so bad. Sorry, guys. No, I'm so sorry. Sorry for the terrible sudden destruction. Oh, this is a really cool little street. Look at this. JV says at least it wasn't doo-doo, yeah. That's the most I've seen of ants in the middle of New York City street. I'm actually surprised. That's not a common sight here in the middle of Manhattan. This is a really cool street. I love this. I think this is Bedford Ave. Yeah. Or Bedford Street, I mean. Olivia, we are in the West Village. Oh my God, this is a street I would live in. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. Look at this, pink building. Wow. Your noticias. Hey, your noticias. Gracias por mirando esta emisión. Lo agradezco. Gracias por diciendo a la persona que poncha ese like button. Thank you so much for encouraging people to like. Look at this big stoop. Look at the huge grand doors.
I'll check the weather and see if it's supposed to rain tomorrow.
It's beautiful. Pre-war buildings. Yep, these are pre-war. So, I'm actually be doing more reading on urban design. And one of the books I actually have in my backpack right now is called The Spaces for Consumption. And why don't we build structures like these anymore? Why not? Why not build structures that look as beautiful as this? Why are most of our condominiums, or a good portion of them, very kind of plain looking? It's a good question. Good question, because it goes to show how kind of cities have shifted from a position of wanting to not only sell apartments, but also to make an aesthetically pleasing area to live. So two things. To merely nowadays to just sell apartments as expensive as possible. The concern for a beautiful city is not really as strong as it used to be. Why has that changed? That's a good question. Trish, what do people call themselves who do what Ariel does? Trish, so people might refer to me as an influencer because nowadays in online worlds, you know, if you have an audience and the audience, you know, listens to your recommendations, people refer to you as an influencer. But I call myself a live streamer. That is the title of what I do. Influencer is kind of a general title for anyone who does online media and has some type of audience, where they have some type of influence over that audience. Janet says, first time I didn't wear a heavy jacket. Yeah, it feels good. I enjoyed your book, Katya. Katya, I didn't write a book. You're referring to my my novella. Yeah, oh, I'm so glad you enjoyed my novella. Thank you so much, Katya. So I actually had a very interesting experience. I noticed this in the city a lot with younger people. I kind of wanted to share this. I'm filming a vlog in Central Park today, which is going to come out soon. Stay tuned. And a kid, probably maybe in his early 20s maybe, comes up to me and says, hey, are you a YouTuber? And I'm like, yeah, I am. And I tell him, like, I'm actually filming something cool in Central Park. And he says, how many subscribers do you have? And I said, 39,000. That was his first question. After saying, are you a YouTuber? How many subscribers do you have? And I said, 39,000. He's like, okay. He just walked away. He just walked away. I'm not offended, but I've noticed. I just noticed that from the younger generation, they don't even care what you do on the YouTube channel. They just care about the subscribers. There's like, that's the second question they ask you is just, how many subscribers do you have? And I find that so weird. I find that so weird. But nonetheless, I'm happy everyone has been following and subscribing. The number isn't quite so important. The number does enable me to make better and bigger videos. That's cool. But the number really doesn't matter specifically. So thank you so much for tuning in. Let's continue walking for a little bit more. I'm going to go to a place where I need to do some grocery shopping. So I'll show you more of this beautiful area of the West Village. Shanta, he didn't even ask her no. Hey, Blakely! Thanks as always for your knowledge and enthusiasm about the city. Tuba, good to see you. You're looking slim by the face. Thank you so much, Blakely, for the super chat. I appreciate you. And Tuba's saying, Tuba, nice to see you again. Salam alaikum. Hope you're doing well in Pakistan. Hope your family's doing well as well. I'm looking slim in the face. Well, it's because I've been eating a whole lot of bagels and a lot of pizza. I'm on the heavy pizza diet, so that has helped with maintaining a model figure. Yeah. All right, let me show you this courtyard. It looks really cool. Wendy says looking good. Thank you, Wendy. Mun says pizza. No public mastication today of pizza or anything else, but stay tuned. Soon you'll see more public mastication. Don't worry, we're not breaking the law. It's completely allowed to publicly masticate. Let's take a detour. So there's a secret garden here. I've shown it to you many times. It's called St. Luke in the Field. It's actually closed at the moment. So I think they close around 5 p.m., maybe 4 p.m. Maria says the walk has helped. I'm so glad, Maria.
It was good. It was like
And Blakely, thank you again for your
really busy.
$15 super chat. It's midnight here in Italy and you love pizza, says Jenny. Oh, I'm so glad, Jenny. Do you know of any hidden gems in the area? Dirty. Oh, dirty. You just gotta pay attention. I think we found one. You wanna see this? All right, let's go outside. This is gorgeous. Wow. Joe, I'm so glad Super Friends. Super Friends is awesome. Everyone, check out Super Friends and Audio Vlogs. This is amazing. Oh my God, really cool. I want Mafia Tour Part 2, says Alexander. All right, guys, let me know if you want Mafia Tour Part 2. That was a great courtyard, yeah. Great courtyard. I love to live there. Yeah, it has a really cool vibe. It's rear window. Hey, is this the rear window apartment? Rear Window by Alfred Hitchcock takes place in New York City, right? So let me know. And let me know if this is the apartment. Let me see what number this apartment is. It might be. Let's see. So I don't have a number here. No number on, oh, 72. 72 Bedford. Is this Bedford? Yeah, I think this is Bedford. Can't quite tell, but 72. Yeah. That's a really cool, apartment building. 125 Christopher. Okay, so this is not the Rear Window apartment. It's in the same neighborhood, so that's why it looks very similar. So this is Barrow Street, Barrow. Courtyards would be better with benches. Yeah, I agree. How much for a condo? I don't know. Ariel Blue. This is not a real estate site. Check out Cash Jordan. Will you get inside to any place? No, never, Hubert. I never walk into any building, ever. Tanya says, I want more Mafia tours. All right, vote now. Do you want to see another Mafia tour? Vote now or forever hold your peace. Today we have 2 Ariels in the chat. Oh, there's 2 Ariels. Well, welcome. Multiple Ariels. Are there any more haunted histories here? There's a lot of haunted history here. And here it is. Let's check it out. I'll tell you about this one. Often on this street in Bedford Avenue. Actually, right next to one of the most iconic apartment buildings in all of television history, the Friends Apartments, right there in this corner. I'll show it to you a little bit better. People have reported to hear murmurs of people drinking quite a bit, chatting till late night. And the chatter suddenly goes into panic and people leave. But then when people come down to the street, they see nothing. No one is around. Comes from inside this green door. This green door is the entrance to a speakeasy, one of the most famous speakeasies in all of New York City history. What is a speakeasy? It's a secret cocktail bar. Before it just was a plain secret bar back in the 1920s. It's called Chum Leaves. It had a different name back then. But this green door is associated with raids of the speakeasy. The police would routinely raid the speakeasy, Chum Leaves, because they were cracking down on people drinking alcohol. But the police were in on it, so they would often give a warning to the owners, and whoever did not manage to get out, they would get arrested or they would get fined. And sometimes it was a method of extortion. Nonetheless, when people were inside the bar and they knew that the police were coming, they would say, 86 it, 86 it. And 86 it comes from this door, because the front of the main entrance was, I think, around the corner, and they would come out this door to 86 it. And that's where the term 86 it comes. Thank you. That's where the term 86 comes into play. So again, do your research. I'm kind of telling the story off the top of my head. The green door. Chum Leaves. It's been closed. I think they closed during the pandemic, so hopefully they reopen or some other speakeasy opens. But this was established in 1922. I actually never been. I wish I went. Trish, you say great acting. So I think the secret entrance was actually through here. Let's see if we can. You guys see anything? Yeah, I think it was through there. All right, let's go towards the Friends building. This is the Spotted Owl. They have a stop sign? Yeah, they do. Here. Some parts of Manhattan look like London. They do indeed. They do indeed. So let me show you. Cue the music. Dun, 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 dun. Clap, clap. Where is this from? This is the Friends apartment. Yes, indeed. Fred's apartment was actually located in the very top floor, the 6th floor. In the very first episodes of Friends, the ones who visited the apartment, remind me who were the ones that came to the apartment. They would often be panting. And, you know, they never really explained why in those episodes, but the reason they did that was because they were showing how far up the apartment was, because there's no elevator in this apartment building. It's a walk-up. It's a pre-war building. So you have to walk up all the way to the 6th floor. So actually beyond 4 floors is when it starts getting pretty strenuous for most humans. And that's why they were panting. They were kind of showing that, oh yeah, they were a very high building. So watch those first few episodes again, and you'll notice the panting. Oh my God. What is this? What is this? This is Grove Court. Look at this. Wow, look at that. Upper West Sider, you lived in the 5-story walk-up. Well, that's impressive. You must have calves of steel. ABX girl, yeah, one of the reasons they said is that Monica got the apartment from her grandmother, who passed away. Excuse me, who passed away. Beautiful. This is a place that would be awesome to live. Let's zoom in. Upper West Side, you say you have calves of pain. That's funny. Kay says that's the one program I can never get into. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Let me know. What's your, for everyone tuning in, what's your favorite New York City sitcom? What's your favorite New York City sitcom? There's a lot of them. I would say my favorite one was How I Met Your Mother. Though it doesn't show too much of New York. Actually, most of the sitcoms don't show too much of New York. Actually, never mind. I take back that statement. My favorite New York City sitcom of all time, my top recommendation, I constantly refer to this show, is Broad City. 100% watch Broad City. Right after this show, Go find it. I think it's somewhere on streaming, and watch Broad City. Do yourself a favor. It's probably one of the funniest New York City shows, and a lot of the places I show you, it has been featured on Broad City. And at least for like the experience of my New York, or the New York of many of my colleagues who are around my age, that's our New York. So check out Broad City if you want to get that perspective. Sex and the City is also a great show. I wouldn't consider that a sitcom, but that is a great show. This is one of my favorites as well. Monica says Taxi. Oh, cool. Alex says Will and Grace. Oh yeah, Will and Grace is awesome. I agree. I Love Lucy. Does it take place in New York City? I Love Lucy? Oh, Jackie's going way back with the Honeymooners. That is epic. Seinfeld for me, says Pine Rocks. Anna says Happy Endings. Oh yeah, that came out like a few years ago, right? Trish says Broad City, yes. Here's one of the older public schools in New York City. Raul says New Ricans? I don't think so. I might be wrong, but let me know. I don't think there's a show about New Ricans. I wish there were. I love The Odd Couple. Does The Odd Couple take place in New York City? Wow, I Love Lucy was in New York City. I never really realized. I always assumed that the show was like a LA show. It was probably filmed in LA, maybe? Ashley, yes, How I Met Your Mother barely showed New York City. It was filmed in LA. The show takes place in New York, but they barely showed it. But they did make some fun of New York's things in that show. Gossip Girl, yeah, we're not considered Gossip Girl a sitcom, but yeah, it's another good show. Odd Couple took place in Riverside Park. Oh wow. Cheers takes place in Boston. Boston, that's a Boston show. Juliet loves the sitcom called The Godfather. Yes, very, very, very funny. Very funny show. Very funny. Try putting a laugh track on The Godfather. That would be hilarious. VE like Salinas. Mags, you like The Boys. Does The Boys take place in the Amazon superhero show? Does it take place in New York City? Everyone look. This is gentrification. Look what closed. Look. Gentrification has closed down big corporations. Or is that like reverse gentrification? Is this hyper gentrification? Anti-gentrification? Let me know. What do you think? Killing big business. Tisk, tisk, tisk. What is this neighborhood doing? Making it hard for big businesses to survive. No, not cool. Not cool. PN can't see what the story was. It was Starbucks. It's a Starbucks. It closed down. Ronald says, Godfather 3 needs a laugh track. Hey, Boston, loved watching your videos from a few months ago that you filmed in Boston. Oh, I'm glad you liked my Boston adventures. It was fun. It was a beautiful city. I really, really did fall in love with Boston. Great, great city. Jamie says there's like 20 Starbucks in the area. There is indeed. There is indeed. I am not exaggerating. around 2007, around there, I think it was. I went to a Starbucks. I used to go to Starbucks in Astor Place in East Village. And I would sit down right by the window because they had this beautiful area where you can sit right in front of the window and see all of Astor Place. And as I was sitting down, sipping on my venti caramel macchiato with extra caramel, I would look across the street and see another Starbucks. I am not exaggerating, that was literally the case. But then suddenly Starbucks realized they opened up way too many stores and they ended up closing, I think it was like 600 stores or something like that. That was like around 2007, around there. So that was like the glut of Starbucks. I think we're reaching that glut again. I wish I made videos back then because that was a funny sight. I didn't even take a photo, I wish I did. Teepees on the sidewalk, only in New York. Yeah, there was literally teepees on the sidewalk for some restaurant. I had no idea why. Oh, look, Urbanist Orange. You ever wanted Urbanist Orange glassware? Here you are, everyone. All my new merch line. Vases. Urbanist official vases. You can buy in every single shade of Urbanist Orange. Everyone. If you ever wanted a vase that belongs to this show, this is the place. Robert says they are bongs. I don't think so, not these ones. They look, they might be in similar shapes, but no. They're not. They might be also in shapes of like hookah pipes, but no. They're not. Oh, this is Café Kitsune from Paris. It's a clothing store and a wine bar. Look at that. That's why Starbucks closed. Couldn't compete with Café Kitsune. I remember Blimpies on every corner makes subways look like crap. Oh yeah, yeah. I did not experience a Blimpies. Might have eaten it once or twice when I was little, but I don't remember. Was it any good? Ronald says, on my off time, I'm a potter. Yes, I am. I'm a potter on my off time. Like the movie Ghost, that's basically me at home. Except I don't have a ghost behind me. Hopefully not, at least. Here's the haunted bar, the White Horse Tavern. Was the guy's name Dylan Thomas? Remind me, I think it is. Here, many decades ago, one of the most famous poets, all the way, where was he from? Was he UK or Scottish? Do remind me. Dylan Thomas came over here and drank himself to death. Ever since then, people hear Dylan Thomas still at the bar, chanting his poems. Rage, rage against that good light. Rage, rage. Yeah. Ireland, thank you so much, Alex. Irish, Dylan Thomas, Irish poet. Welsh? No. Well, all right, guys, let's get it clear. We got Irish. He was Welsh. He was Welsh. Yes. He was not Irish. People are claiming he's Irish. We have a few people trying to lay claim to Dylan Thomas. He was Welsh. He was Welsh. Thank you for letting me know. He was Welsh. Yeah. The Irish viewers, what are you doing? Trying to claim his legacy. Buy yourself a Starbucks coffee, says Anna. Thank you so much, Anna, for $5. It's a bit too late for me to drink some coffee, but I appreciate you sponsoring the show. And it will be going to the coffee fund for the next show. Stay tuned. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. Jackie says, rage against the Starbuckses. Rage, yes. I agree. Anna says decaf. I appreciate it, Anna. Is it too cold to eat outside? No, it is pretty good weather. I think now it's about like 50-something degrees. Warshati says it's never too late for a good cup of joe. I think it is. In my opinion, it is. There is a certain time limit for cup of joes. Or buy a cold brew. Do you guys not want me asleep? Is that why you're giving me all these super chats? Thank you so much, Mirna. Do you not want me asleep? Do you want me to just make a video throughout the entire night? Just like Dylan Thomas. Do you want me to rage against that good night? Or is it good light? I think that's what you guys want. You want me to just like do a 10-hour broadcast. Finish at 5 a.m. when the sun is rising. Jamie, this is Hudson Street. Lisa, am I a night person? Not so much. I'm a midday person. I live life in the midday. That's my life. That's why my shows are at 1 p.m. I've always been a mid-dater. Did Anna Louise send a super chat? Hey, I didn't see it. Anna Louise, thank you so much. Thank you for reminding me, Alexandra. Ooh, we got the Freedom Tower. Let me show you that. Thank you so much, Anna Louise, for the super chat. I really appreciate you. If you left a message for the super chat, do let me know. Look at that. Freedom Tower. All right, let's go. Rhonda says, we're great company for you. Indeed. Midday makes me anxious, says Lisa. Touche, Lisa, touche. And, oh, Anna Louise, thank you. Sorry. So when people use two names, I always think it's like a completely different name. To me, Anna and Anna Louise are two completely different names. So thank you so much, Anna Louise. Stay tuned. More coffee to be featured. We'll feature coffee tomorrow. Let's do that. Deal? Ariel City Bike Tour. I haven't ridden a bicycle in years. But maybe one day, maybe when I cover the great city of Amsterdam, you will see me on the bicycle. Do I get tired every day, Adam? No, I'm bursting with energy. Yeah, I do get tired. I'm a bit sleepy. I've been doing a big freelance gig, so I've been a bit tired today. Here's a bus stop cafe. It's called Bus Stop Cafe because it's right next to a bus stop. I love the creativity of New York City names. Look at that. Skyline so beautiful. Oh yeah, it is. Lovely views of the Hudson Yards. We'll zoom in a bit. You never taken a bus in New York, says unknown. Oh, you have to.
Yeah.
It's fun. Nowhere near as fun as London, but it is fun. There's certain routes on the bus that are worth it. Anna Louise, your office is in Hudson Yards. Oh, so cool. Mary, you're definitely a night person. Let me know. Are you a day A morning person or a night person? Or are you a midday person like myself? Let me know in the comments. I wake up like at 9 or 10 and go sleep like at 9 or 10. That was hilarious regarding the bus stop. Do you know the brown signs designate historical areas? Says Sitali. Yes, I do, Sitali. They are. Thank you so much for reminding us. Yes, brown signs. Look at this. The brown signs mean it's a historic district. The buildings here are protected. Dirty, you're an all-day person, only 5 hours of sleep. Ooh, that's impressive. Susie is a night person. Ah, look at these beautiful houses. Twilight is magical, oh yes. With Edward Cullen and the sparkly vampires, oh yes. Such a magical film. Oh, you mean the date, the time of day. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yes, yes, it is magical. Time of day. Twilight, yes. I totally did not say that the film was magical. You did not hear that. So cool, there's like low clouds over here. So it's causing this like cool effect. I'm totally a fan of twilight, the time of day. Yes, time of day. Lisa, I have high energy and very focused at nighttime. Ooh, that's awesome. Them are rotunda clouds? Or which is what I think you misspelled. I think there's a typo, but do let me know. What are the name of the clouds? Why are they those type of clouds? Where was the Addams family? I don't think it was here in New York. I think it's a different city. Ooh, now it's getting nippy. You ever heard that word, ladies and gentlemen, and people of all genders? Nippy? It applies to any gender. Anyone can get nippy. If you stay in New York City long enough, toward the wee hours of the night, when the breeze comes in, the temperatures drop, you too will get nippy. But shall I even describe nippy to all of you? Or should I let you discover the very feeling of nippiness? It's a beautiful feeling to be nippy. Shall you one day experience it?
I think the Fed is very, very good. I think and I think it's
Wow. The city at night really does have this magical feeling. Nippy. Well, maybe nippy just maybe just means cold, but at least for my generation in the 90s, classmates and other friends would call nippy when your nipples would get hard because it's so cold. That's why we said nippy. But maybe it just basically just means look cold, but that was the meaning we had. So I'm not sure if that's the actual meaning. But may you experience that one day. How much further do you plan on walking? Just about 10 minutes. If you have any last remaining questions, feel free to ask. Looks nicer if there weren't so many clouds. Yes, I mean cars, yes. Yes, it would look nicer. I agree. Abolish cars, yes. Hey, James and Carla. Welcome, James and Carla. And Hudson says hello too. Hello, Hudson. We're right by your namesake. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you're doing well, James and Carla. I would love to feature you guys again. Let me know if you guys want me to feature James and Carla. They're amazing live streamers, amazing tour guides as well, and photographers too. Hey, Milo, $5 super chat. Such a beautiful night. Thank you so much, Milo, for the super chat. Appreciate you. James and Carla and Hudson, vote yes. At the moon. Are you near the meat packing? Yes, I am. This is the meat packing district. Am I in the twilight of my career? Ask Dickens. Because I'm leaving for the big screen. I intend on making videos even if when I get into the big screen. I will still continue making live videos because I really love the format. The following is for mature audiences. This is Jay because I mentioned the word nippy. Touche, Jay. All right, one more last time before I bid you all of you adieu. Adieu. Do slam that like button. Slam that like button if you felt nippy before in your life. Let's bring these videos to more people who could use them. Lisa, why did you like Twilight? Twilight has a bad reputation, but it's awesome that you enjoyed it, Lisa. It's so cool. Yeah. Well, Ronald says more live streams after the Grammys. Indeed. Ronald, indeed. Dickens says, see you tomorrow. I really enjoyed this night walk. This was wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me for a night walk, twilight walk. Next time I'll be sure to sparkle like Edward Cullen for a twilight walk, just to get more into the theme of Twilight. If you want to see more of my videos, tune in every 1 p.m. at Wednesdays and Saturdays. Because this is a serious show. We cover serious topics. We're serious. So I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you to everyone who left the super chat. And thank you to the person who gifted me the Queens That Nobody Knows via my Amazon wish list. So I did not get a name with it. So thank you, whoever that was. Thank you, Lewis and there was Aaron and Louisa. There was a few other people who gave Amazon wish list gifts. Thank you so much, everyone. See you tomorrow at 1 p.m. And I will feature coffee tomorrow because we got a few coffee super chats. So keep being awesome and always keep on exploring. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye. Off to a nippy night.